Hey guys, what's going on? Well, I'm just in the middle of doing some rehousings, and these radios here are going to be Model 3s. I wasn't sure how to do it. It's not very easy. You do need this tool. You'll need several tools to do this. This is a housing that's been removed, and this is what it looks like as the final product. So let's see if I can't do this. I do want to give a big thank you to Al. You'll see two sticky things right here and right here on the LCDs. Let's just kind of take first things first. These come in very handy. Go ahead and take this, take the battery off, take the antenna off, the dust cover off. So for 2500s, 1500s, and also take, if you have a mic attachment, remove that. 2500s, 1500s, and well, you get the idea. Anyway, these aren't easy to take off, and what you need to do is you need to put your tool in like that. Before you do that though, you've got two knobs to switch over. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to remove those knobs. I'm going to turn it just a tad, slip this on, slip the knob off. Now this one's a little bit more of a bear, so that's why I use a gripper. You just pull it off. I won't need that now. So then, with this concentric switch, you can't get it from the back, but you can get it from the front. Turn on Intelligent Auto. Move that to the B position, and it should just lift right off, which it does. Set that there. Now you're ready to take apart your radio. So you'll need this chassis opening tool. The kit number on it is 6685666D01, I believe. But anyway, let's see here. It's difficult to get this thing in at first, but it slides in. Have it facing this way. You pull back on it. Be careful not to damage this, and it lifts right out. Once you have it at this point, be careful because you have flex ribbons right here. Hold this and just pull out just a little bit, because like I said, the flex ribbons are right here. So you've got two flex ribbons. Ribbons come apart by flipping up these two levers here. Got one, we've got two. Make sure that's disengaged. There we go. And set the radio body aside. And there's the animal to work with. Now you've got engagement points on here, and you need to be careful of the flex. A screwdriver will work to get these off. You slide it into the channel right here, put a little bit of pressure and it'll pop off. Before I do that, This LCD is a very big concern. So I need to just loosen the sticky part. And I also want to go ahead and remove this LCD because the LCD is right here. The LCD is removable. You've got 2 points here. You've got a point. Well, let's just go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and remove this support. They don't make it easy by any means when you use a flat screwdriver for that. Push to talk's wanting to get in the line. Sorry, but I'm more concerned about getting this out right than anything else. You have to clear the side push to talk with this. So you can just lift this, set it out of the way. Okay, once you're to that point, as you can see here on the LCD, you lift the flux up. See on the LCD, you've got 2 connection points here. Slide your screwdriver in. Let me do one more thing. Need to loosen this. Sticky. Very sticky. Parts of the LCD. LCDs are very, very fragile, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove that. And I'm going to unplug it. So now it's unplugged. There we go, it's free. So slide your screwdriver in, be very careful. You gently work it down between the grooves. Get this other one out. There, just popped it. Now you can remove the LCD. Again, there's a little sticky stuff here. There's your LCD. Set that aside. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove the shield. It's not the easiest thing to remove, but you put your screwdriver in, watch the flux. Put your screwdriver in right by the connection points here, and it comes out. So go ahead and remove that. Once that's removed, set it aside. Then you've got your keyboard. Now this looks like to be a Model 3 keyboard, but it's not. It's more like just a dummy keyboard, unfortunately. It can't be flagged for a Model 3, which is a shame. Okay, so now we're at this point. Let's see what I can get in here. This up here needs to come off. Before it comes off, I need to remove this. I need to use a different tool, and I do have one. free it up from this side here. Once it's out, you remove it gently. That frees up the LCD, or I'm sorry, the speaker. Then you've got this. What you do, let's see what's the best tool I can use. I believe this will work. Go ahead and push that back up for a minute. I've only done 2 of these, so bear with me. Slide that connector down and off. So your LCD is your keypad is free. Now, these look like they're soldered in, but they're not. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to use a flat tip screwdriver. And I'm going to go ahead and use a jeweler's tool. Once I can get it engaged, I need to use if I can get it in there. They're difficult because they're in with adhesive. I do not want to mess this thing up. You simply pry this back like this. Once you have it pried back that far, gently pry it towards you. Being very careful of that flex. See, that's disengaged right there. Now, to get the back end, just continue on that. Top, it's wanting to be difficult. I just freed it up. There you go. Now you can remove the flex, the speaker assembly, and it's done. Inspect for any damage. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You'll need to put that back down. So on a Model 3, you reverse the steps. There's a channel that this goes up into. Dang my lighting. Getting it up into that channel is not easy. But as you can tell, it slides up. Got to be careful with it, but it does slide up. So you ease it up into the channel, so there you go. Now, seat the speaker and your flex. You have pins here. This flex connector goes over those pins. So you have to work very gently and go low in order to seat this properly. This is only the second one I've done. There's a channel that the top part fits up into. Once it's engaged, you give it a press until you can see the pins, and you can feel the pins. Don't yank on it trying to get it out. Use the method I did. You need to get it from the top, you need to get it from this side. Now for the speaker support. That slides up into the channel above the flex, which my lighting probably won't show, but you'll see it when you get to it. You gotta make sure it's in that channel. It's right there. And you go ahead and you put pressure, downwards pressure. Man. Before I go any further, this may seem like overkill, but it's not. I'm going to protect that back screen. Just a temporary LCD protector. I do not want to gouge that. I'm just going to sit that in there for now while I get this monster of a thing back in. You'll feel it slide into place. And you've got a small area here where that engages. I'm sorry I'm out of frame, but I kind of have to be right now. To get this into place. I'm going to go ahead and try it the other way. It doesn't really work the other way. Just slipped it into place. I slipped it into that channel. So both parts are engaged. You got your flex engaged right here. So at this point you can remove your temporary protective coating here, and you're ready for the LCD, I believe. Make sure there are no fingerprints on the LCD. I don't see any, so it's fine. These LCDs will work on the 5000s, by the way. You can see on the LCD there's a couple channels here. Those are the connect or disconnecting and connecting points. They ride into these two ridges right here. So I'm learning as I go. Okay, with that into place, we're going to slide this support in, get it into place and get it into channel. So there you have that. Now, I'm waiting on parts for an LCD. So I'm going to go ahead and just, for the purpose of testing, I'm going to go ahead and slide this back into place. Make sure that the LCD is up and make sure that this is in place. Keep this up, by the way. Okay? Keep it up. It won't want to, but keep it up. Now, take your shield. Your shield will go on in this manner. Line it up. Snap it in. Now you can slip the sticky part back and you can stick your LCD on. There you go. And if you had a keypad, you know, Model 3 keypad, you can always switch this out, but this is just for demonstration purposes. I'm waiting on parts. Okay, so you have that. Now go back to the B position. I believe it's the B position. Man, they're hard to do. Ah, okay. Smart guy. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and reattach the flex. You reattach it in this manner here. The flex slides in. Locks down. Can't do this on camera. Be careful of these. Slides in like that. Locks down and engages. Maybe I can do this one with one hand, I'm not sure. Make sure it's in all the way. Lock it down. Everything looks fine. Slide the chassis back up. All the way up. And press into place. Take your, I'm running out of battery, that figures. Take your concentric switch. Can't believe I'm running out of battery trying to do this. I want to thank Al for the assist on this. He's a very good fella. A very good fella. You have to slide it and mate it up to the grooves here. There's a channel right there. So go ahead and put the channel knob on, line it up, line it up. It's lined up, it'll go on tight. Now there are some, well, a lot of the, you can put a little bit of lithium grease if you don't like clicking when you turn the knob. I'm not going to do that. I don't mind a little clicking when I turn the volume knob. But anyway, there it is. Now that unit was encrypted, so I'm going to have to go in the CPS you just reattach everything. That unit was encrypted, so it's going to show a multi-key key fail. No big deal. Like I said, I'm learning as I go, but I really needed to get to the point where I could do this. Turn your radio on. There you go. Maybe that unit wasn't encrypted. And I'm going to have to go into CPS and change the scan modes. But, anyway. That's how you take a housing out and have it work. Now, if you have the keypad and the keypad rubber, all you have to do is just remove the remove the radio, remove the shield, add the keypad, add the rubber, then do a firmware and flash upgrade. There you go. And what you'll wind up is with an empty housing. Looks just like that. It's very difficult. It's not easy at all. Real headache. But it's doable. Al, retired Al, NYPD, thank you so very, 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 a million thanks to you. Because trust me, this wasn't an easy task. And if you don't know what you're doing, and if it's your first time doing it, it's difficult. It really is. I've got keypads coming, Model 3 keypads and the keypad rubber. So these should be good to go out. Take it easy, guys. That's pretty much all I wanted to take time on. I'm going to put a link in the video that shows a little bit better how to remove that flex. Al was kind enough to make it, and Al, again, a million thanks. 1,000,001 thanks. I just can't thank you enough. There was so little, such little information on these to go by. But you know, it's just one of those things. And check. So I'm waiting on 2 keypads and 2 membranes, or keypad rubber. Once that happens, I'll send it out for firmware and flash. But that's how you do it, and I hope that was 27 minutes in. They work, and when I get the keypad rubber and the keypad in, it'll look just like that. Anyway, very, very nice, very good unit. It's going to be beautiful. Thank you so very much, Al. I just can't thank you enough. I hope this helps some folks who may need to rehouse. I'm sorry that the camera wasn't in frame, but being my second time doing this, I really am more concerned about the components and tearing them up. But I tried to give you a very good idea of how to do it. Like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description so you'll get an even better idea. Thank you so much. Thank you, Al. 1,000,000 thanks. 1,000,001 thanks. They're not easy. They're not easy, because that's, you know, that's a lot to deal with. Still have one left. But anyway, take it easy, guys, and make sure you have the proper tools, and you should be fine later on.